Does overtexting kill your chances with getting laid, or kill your chances with simply connecting with the girl through text? Yes, it does. And if you subscribe to the pickup community and what we teach on when it comes to text game and texting women and so forth, this would have been a sort of rudimentary rule that everyone who comes into the game already know. You don't overtext, you don't send long ass messages, because they will kill your chances and it will turn the girl off. Now the question is, okay Kenny, cool, why do I seem to overtext? Why do I seem to send these long ass fucking paragraphs worth of messages whenever I seem to text girls, as you would generally see through my text game and so forth? I overtext. Observing that from an outside observer standpoint. You know, guys would typically ask me or say to me, hey Kenny, you send these long ass messages, so you overtext, but yet you're telling me I shouldn't overtext, so you're telling me, advising me that I'm texting too much or I'm texting too long and so forth. So what is the deal there? Guys would typically ask me that. Guys would typically ask me for clarification on the apparent contradiction. I say don't overtext, but yet I overtext all the time. I write these long ass messages. Now, here's the thing. I love to use the boxing analogy to sum this up and put it into perspective. If you're a master boxer, let's use Floyd Mayweather for instance. I'm not a fan of his, but let's use Mayweather. Let's use Roy Jones also, if you follow boxing or whatnot. These guys don't follow the script as far as the traditional boxing advice, which is to keep your hands up. Roy Jones used to fight with his hands down. Floyd Mayweather also fights in a non-conventional style, hands down or whatever have you. Now, this is bad advice, right? You would always want your fighter to keep his hands up. It's great advice. You should follow that. However, when you get to a mastery level, you can break these rules and still get away with it. You can still win fights with this by deviating from the script or the rules or what have you. So it is the same thing when it comes to texting and other sort of game-related insights and aspects and methods and whatever have you. You can break those rules as you advance and get better and masterful at the art of seduction, pickup, being a PUA, whatever have you. All right, you can break these rules that you would have been advised to follow at a newbie stage, intermediary, and prior to that level, or even, you know, the pre-advanced stage. It is great advice to not overtext. But as you get to a certain plateau in game, you can break these rules, which are set there basically for the newer guys who don't have the congruency factor. They're not congruent, they're ill-calibrated, they're not calibrated. You know, they don't have the timing factor down. They have these inner game issues. Guys like those should follow the script totally. But once you got this shit down pat, and once you are masterful at it, once you already know how to read women and you understand how to connect with them through text, or, you know, this could be face-to-face game, it doesn't matter. Once you know how to read women, you can deviate from the script. You can break the rules and still get laid, still get a connection greater, stronger than the guy who's following the script. It's for the simple fact that you're advanced, you're at a mastery level, you know how the game is played. So that is simply what I tell guys. Don't look at what I do as far as my overtexting or whatnot and say, well, hey, Kenny's doing it wrong. Kenny's not going to get laid. Kenny is doing bad game. No. Sure, I'm breaking the rules, but I'm still getting laid more than everybody else. I'm still connected with girls. I still get a reciprocation rate. Girls reply to my messages 99.9% of the fucking times. All right? So I'm doing something right. Though I overtext. I may send 4 messages to the girl 1 message. But I'm not blowing myself out by doing this. However, if you were to do that, you would blow yourself out automatically. You would get rejected right away. The girl would get turned off. All right? Now, here's the kicker. It isn't so much that overtexting and writing long-ass messages is a bad thing. It isn't really that or just that. It is the sort of messages you send. Now, that is key. That is the key here, guys. If you were to overtext and send a girl a long-ass fucking message of something that is boring, uninterested, why the fuck would she want to hear it? She would be turned off, right? However, if you were to send her a lengthy text of something that is super interesting, something that is funny, humorous, something that connects with her, why would that turn her off? It wouldn't. Who doesn't want to hear something interesting? Whether it's lengthy, short, who doesn't? We all want to hear something that's interesting. So it isn't that over-texting is a bad thing. It is what you text the girl. If you're texting her lame shit and lots of lame shit, you're done. But if you're texting her lots of interesting, funny shit, kick-ass, badass shit, you're golden. So that is what I want you guys to realize. Don't look at my game and my shit and say, well, Kenny overtext. Yeah, you may see that from as an outside observer, but yet you see I'm still getting reciprocation. You see I'm still getting replies. You see I'm still getting laid. As I said, because I'm sending interesting shit. Coupled with the fact that I'm congruent, I don't give a fuck whether the girl replies or not. So the girl can sense this. Women are very perceptive. They can sense whether the guy is there with his fucking smartphone in his hand, anticipating and waiting and being needy for a fucking reply. Women can sense that. So you can send short texts that are perfect. But if you sub-communicate the wrong message that you need this to work, you're going to get blown out. Conversely, I can send a lengthy, long-ass fucking message, a paragraph, 3 paragraphs worth of messages, but it wouldn't blow me out. Because I would sub-communicate to the girl that I'm a boss. I don't give a fuck. I have choices, options. I'm pre-selected. I can care less whether you reply or not. So the girl feels this, and she feels a sense of urgency to reply. That is why my reciprocation rate is about 98% most of the times. No matter who I text, no matter on what medium I text a girl, she will likely reply 98, 99% of the fucking time. Alright? So again, it's not about the length of text message and how long it is, how short it is. It's not really that. It's the other nuance factors that I mentioned. If it's interesting shit but it's long, the girl will not mind. It'll still be an attractive message. It will still be something that hints to the girl or make you come off as, you know, or it'll DHV you, demonstration of high value, with the text you send, if it's some good shit. But if it's a sucky, kiss-ass, lame-ass, dumb-ass, boring-ass message and it's short or long, you're blown out, you're done. Okay? So that's what it is, guys. But as I said, if you're a starter and a newbie and you're a novice at the whole pickup game, stick to the rules. Shorten your messages as short as possible. Don't write long messages and send one message to her one. Don't send 3 messages and she send 1, you send 3, she send 1, you send 5, you send 2, she sends 1. That is bad text game, especially for starters, for newbies, for guys who are less advanced, for guys even if you have trouble connecting with girls through text. You don't even have to be a newbie. You could be in the game for 5, 10 years. But if you still have trouble and issues connecting with girls, you still have to follow the script. Alright? But as you advance and you get to know the inner workings and the wirings of women and how to maneuver and get around these little idiosyncrasies and issues they have and you know, get to work and get inside of their head and you know how they operate, you can deviate from the script, from the normal script. You can break the rules.